Your first responsibility is to agree a timeline with the institution, showing when you will receive summative assessments and marking schemes for your approval and comment. This schedule should allow enough time for turnaround and to accommodate any changes you might suggest. Where assessment formats need to be amended in order to accommodate a student's disability, you should be consulted on whether this is fair in the context of the main assessment task.
For example, arrangements for a blind student where the use of a larger font is provided to complete the task.
You can find out more information on suggested adjustments here.
Many of our partners have very small cohorts, and mark distributions may seem unusual. In those cases, you can ask to see all work. Where there are larger cohorts and you need a starting point, it is usual for external examiners to see a cross-section of work for each classification, including fails and all borderline cases.
The partner institution should have sent you their academic calendar. Make sure you block out dates for assessment boards as soon as you get them. If you can't attend, then the board can't go ahead and must be rescheduled.
From September 2015, the Open University's Senate agreed a general set of academic regulations for all validated awards. As part of these regulations, our partner institutions include their policies, such as internal moderation. A copy of these regulations must be sent to you by your partner institution as part of your induction.
So between revalidation visits, your insight to a programme through the assessment is key to the academic quality assurance of that validated programme. In small partner institutions, circumstances may change and the effect on the student experience can be significant. You should be aware that our team here learns about such changes only via a relatively abstract process. This means you are the person who has the closest and most immediate contact with the programme. So if things seem wrong, then you are expected to raise those issues with your contact at the partner institution. But if the issue can't be resolved for students in a timely manner, you must inform us immediately. Please do not wait until you submit your next report. This is especially the case when you feel the academic standards and the student experience on a programme are at risk.
You are required to submit your external examiner's report within 2 months of the end of the exam board. On receipt, you will receive your payment. The report must be written on the OU report template, which can be found here.
Innovation is encouraged, and we allow partner institutions to introduce new programs, sometimes in subject areas where they have no prior experience. But we will have to be aware that assessments in the first presentation of a new program may not work the way the program team or validation panel had hoped. So we allow partners to amend or change an assessment format or the weighting of assessment elements in a module if there is a good cause to make the change, and only if you recommend or support that change. That's important.
Such proposed changes go through our formal approval process and, once approved, you must receive the amended module specification. In addition, you may be consulted on changes to the content or structure of the programme by the partner's programme team, all of which is appropriate and within your remit.
We always ask our partner institutions to give a high priority in responding to external examiner advice and feedback. But if we receive a report where an examiner raises serious issues that call into question the quality of the programme, then we will investigate.
Partner institutions are responsible for providing all external examiners with the following information. Please check that you have received all of these. In addition to nominating external examiners and providing them with briefing and induction, partner institutions are responsible for agreeing with you moderation arrangements where there is no written work to sample. For example, recording of presentations, performances, invitation to end-of-year shows. Agreement will need to be made on how and when sample recordings will be accessed and viewed by you before the boards. Occasionally, it may be necessary for you to vid002 a student.
Because you are appointed as an independent scrutiniser, all aspects of the assessment process must be accessible and visible to you. You're not expected to participate in any internal moderation, but you must have clear sight of those processes. The evidence made available to you must be clear and transparent.
External examiners are not second markers. You are asked to confirm the fairness of judgments, not to make them. Academic judgments should be made well in advance of assessment boards. The board's role is to ratify grades and to reassure itself that all processes have been followed in accordance with the relevant regulations. For example, mitigating circumstances.
You're not entitled to change marks for individual students. However, if it's a one-off mistake in adding up marks on a script, spotted by you after the internal moderation, then this can be amended. Even then, you must ask the partner institution why the mistake wasn't spotted by them during their internal moderation process. You must ask if the whole cohort's work now needs to be rechecked. Remember that although you're a member of the board, the chair and secretary to the board must guide the board's business, not you.
If you want to find out more about your responsibilities, the obligations of the partner institution, or what you can expect to see when you work with us, and what might be an unreasonable expectation, then look at our guidance. Or drop us an email with your question to